Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. And the child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
Welcome back to our next episode of Theater of the Mind Players, where we are playing Vaesen by Free League Publishing. When we last left our investigators, they had come to...
a horrible place to pause, Rob.
The what?
What? Why would...
To Osel Castle at the behest of Count Hugo von Kaiserling, who had asked to investigate strange goings-on around his son that the members of this society suspect to be somehow related to trolls and changelings. And when we last left them, the town priest, Father Cornelius, was demanding to see the child.
Can I get in his way and stop him?
Yeah, well, we cut to, like, you guys, storming back down the stairs as he's arguing with the nanny. And is like, if you do not take me to see the child, I know, then you are just as guilty of sin and diabolism as the rest of the family.
Father,
hold on.
Father,
Your words have no power here.
Father, my name is Max Wallander. I'm a private detective. I was hired by this family, and as such, I have the authority to tell you no.
to tell you, fuck all the way out.
Also, you leave this poor young woman out of it. She's only doing her job. Who are you, you beastly brute?
As a note, I'd like to take the baby, hold the baby.
The
Well,
baby's still upstairs.
Yeah,
I thought we were still upstairs.
No. I'm assuming you. Yeah.
And I'm imagining it's too big
down
to
the
hold.
portcullis. And we're not bringing this
right
baby.
down the stairs. What, the baby?
Baby.
Go ahead, Max, and give me a. Let's see here.
I'll choose the dice that normally don't let me down.
Oh, what now?
Now that you've said it, though.
Yeah.
It's like every time I tell Tony's dice that they're going to roll really great, and they don't. It's almost like I do it on
Most
purpose.
of the time.
I'm more trusting.
How does that work out for you?
It's okay.
Manipulation and empathy roll here.
Can we back him up?
Yes.
Or he gets a bonus because we're all here.
No, that's... Hold on.
That's fear.
That's fear. Thank you.
He's rolling 6 die, though.
Oh, damn. Get it.
4 empathy, 2 manipulation.
So...
I just figured...
Yeah, I'm going to say you can take another die from
Okay.
Sabi helping.
Stop
I
it.
should make her you roll one of her dice, but I won't. I won't.
I'll
I
give you
won't.
the game hole con die.
Ooh, plug away.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. If
Got
he
that
does
one
it,
2
then
years ago.
we get in trouble.
I like it.
Oh.
I like it because that way you can be like, your dice sucks.
Yeah. This rolled a 6, though.
3 6s.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Including
Was
the
one
game
of them
hole.
the game hole con
Yeah.
die? What up? Join us at game hole con.
This will have
Aired
for,
after Game Hole.
Damn
Con.
it.
for
So 2022. Join us at Game Hole Con.
We are nerds.
For the record, 2 of them were mine.
I hope so.
Cornelius sees that he is vastly outnumbered all of a sudden, thinking that he would just have to barge his way past the nanny and
Bitch, hold my earrings.
Bork! Says Saga.
yeah.
I slightly adjust the stethoscope
All right.
around my neck.
Very well. Tell the Count that when he is ready to save the soul of his newborn son, to see me at the Church of St. Nicholas.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we will meet again, as I'm sure all of us have questions for you.
He leaves.
Well, that guy's not a troll.
I mean, he may be like a troll, but not like
Yeah.
a troll.
What do you...
Stethoscopes. We were having an internal debate. I was going to do it silently so y'all wouldn't have to cut it, but...
Oh, you blocked the camera with
Oops. Next time, just light a neon sign behind you. I'll catch that faster.
Or there's this amazing thing called...
Anyhow, stethoscopes existed after 1816.
Ino says, thank you, Mr. Wallander. You must forgive me. My Swedish is not good, very.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, what does she speak?
You make me look it up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you do your job.
Trollish.
She
Nah.
speaks trolleys.
I'm not the only troll at this table, girl.
Trollish?
You got more of those,
Trollander?
Some people call me XX Slayer.
Oh, we're gonna go with Estonian.
Okay.
Because basically, so this is like kind of across the water.
Right. The Estonians make great vodka.
Right. So she's a local, and
Okay.
Count Kaiserling is actually German.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like you and he are the sort of the foreigners here.
What would it be to like talk with her in her language?
I'm gonna say
Is that like a logic something?
logic.
I thought I saw something about languages.
My assumption would be learning.
Yeah, logic and learning.
Could you be learning?
Okay, I mean,
While you're rolling that, what was her name?
You know?
I know. AINO.
this is probably not gonna go well.
Eno is a company that makes hammocks. That's where my brain went.
Oh, yeah, that didn't. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna push it
Ooh.
because I'm a little angry about that priest.
Papa, don't preach.
Welcome to Vaesen. Everybody angry.
Okay, yeah, no.
No, okay.
That's another condition you have to take, by the way.
Language is not a thing in the book.
For
I'm
fun.
so scared. Why do I even bother rolling?
You know what? No, don't take the second condition. You only take the first one.
Okay.
Because it's really
Yeah, I suppose this is
It's
just
not
like
high
There's like no stakes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
it's
just
not
like-
super high stakes. Like
I'll just speak with her more
Hello! What?
Oh, no, more slowly.
Okay.
Not louder. She's not deaf.
You know,
She's just
people can
Estonian.
understand you better the louder you are. White people have proved that time after
Oh
time.
my gosh.
You listen to this motherfucker?
Man. This section is going to be cut down to like 20 minutes. The priest's heart is in good place, but he is like for the podcast listeners, everybody made the Thor face from the meme. Just everyone. But his solution is no good.
No, it's harmful to the child.
Yes.
But if we... What?
You're
Accent
accenting.
Shit. I didn't even mean to.
Clearly, she would understand you better if you speak with her accent. So
It actually isn't bad for people that don't know your language.
I
very
do
well.
it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
I'm always probably like, hello, mate, I'm not going right. I'm French.
Southern is the only one that gets me, but that's just because it comes back.
Just tell people you're mirroring. Anyways. That
Code
was
switching.
yeah.
Um,
That was very good of you to keep him away from poor Edward.
Has he been this persistent in recent past? He just keeps coming and attempting to get in to see the child, or this is the first time?
This is for the first time
Okay.
with child. He spoke with Madame, no, with Countess many times.
Agnes.
Yes, he visits her at the sanatorium.
Oh, she's still there.
Yes.
Did,
There, then around the
did he visit her before that?
They were close.
So there's not a chance that this is his child and he's trying to cover it up?
No.
What are you talking about?
He's a priest. He wears a crucifix and whatnot.
I love that Franz.
Oh, you mean that perhaps they were...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Never
Priest-
mind. I
mean-
understand.
Priest getting
I love that
personal with
Franz-
the Countess.
I feel like that Franz is the Fox Mulder of the Vaesen group.
Somehow.
Question for you, Franz, and let me just spitball here with you. Say perhaps it was, in fact, how would anyone ever find out?
His family all has really big babies.
That's not, I mean, it's really, that's just not a good, it's a nice try, though.
He has a rare blood condition.
In any case, I feel like it may be
You're fucking
us.
exhausting, Ethan.
Welcome to my life.
I'm so sorry.
Could listen to it all
You
day.
chose this. Don't
You want to trade for Brad?
It's not going to get better.
I know, but like, just saying it's a break.
I think it may be time for us to visit the sanatorium.
Can we make a few arrangements to make sure that the priest doesn't try to...
We could bring the child with us.
Oh, dear.
That sounds like a poor plan. I don't want to hold it. At that age, they're so small. Their necks could just break.
Not this one.
I do have an idea for when the trolls.
We're obviously not talking about this in front of the count.
Yeah.
I just want to point out.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, no, this is like secret team meeting.
We're like, thank you, Nanny.
Here's a good dungeon master tip. Assume that these conversations happen out of earshot. Don't be like, oh, did you not say that you're leaving the room?
Yeah, like don't be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Because it feels in that similar vein of like.
Did you open the car door before you say we were going to get out of the car?
Did you stop
Did
the
you
car?
check the
Yeah.
second brick from the left for the trap?
Right.
Did you say you reloaded?
We were
Right.
just talking to Ino, so I wanted
Yeah,
to be clear that we left
No,
that conversation.
right.
But yes, good tip.
So carry on.
There are ways to
Assume the basic competency of your players, unless it's a comedy game.
Yeah. That thing that we were talking about with the stuff, is that just something I know, or do you want me to roll about it?
That's something you know. We're
Okay.
not going to tell you the thing, and then you're like, oh, you have to roll to be able to...
I mean,
Reveal
I'm
it.
just make sure. So, in order to trade back a changeling, one needs to do two things. Either bargain with the trolls.
It's either, it's not both.
I said one of two things.
Okay, sorry.
Either. Two. There's two options.
Okay.
Two options.
Okay.
Two options. You can either harm the changeling child.
Which we would like to avoid at all costs.
Yes, of course.
Right.
You suckers.
Or if you very convincingly convince them that you will harm the child, they will trade the child back.
Okay.
Or we can simply trade back what was traded for the child.
Like the original child.
There may have been something else traded for the child.
Oh, you mean like perhaps someone made a deal with the trolls?
Yes. Which,
So we all agree we tie a rock onto a string and hang it above the baby, then light a candle.
Franz, this sounds wildly complicated and very prone to failing.
Correct.
And then we set the cuckoo clock with the knife. And
Here's my thought, okay? Why don't we go about the town, see if we can find out if there are any areas that are generally avoided, then we go in search of the trolls, and we, similar to Franz's idea, but perhaps more simple, right? We take the baby and we hold a crucifix near it where they think we are going to, but we wouldn't, of course, where we're going to touch the baby with it, right? Then they would trade with us.
they can smell your intent. You've never actually met any trolls.
Yes, I have. I, in fact, did in the western side
No,
of Sweden.
that wasn't a question. That was a statement. You've never met any trolls.
She's saying she's just trolling us.
Really?
I think it would be great for us to investigate the possibility that somebody received a favor from the trolls, or perhaps they were bound to the trolls, and in response to the trolls letting that person go from a potential enchantment, they needed to give their first child to the trolls.
That's not trolls. That's usually little gnomes who spend gold.
Okay.
There is still the possibility, though, that a family member, perhaps Agnes, we don't know, of course, perhaps Agnes traded something to the trolls.
Or
We know not what.
even the Kaiserling. They've been in this area for a very long time.
Didn't Kaiserling recently receive his doctorate with a dissertation?
Did he receive the doctorate, or was he just writing it? Trying to remember.
So if you're referring to the letter, in the letter he said that he left her alone a lot as his dissertation took up much of his time, and Edward's christening was postponed because he was invited to give a lecture on his dissertation at Lund University. Mm-hmm. So the implication is that, yes, he did recently receive that title.
And also Agnes was left alone for quite a long time. So if she was hurting for company...
The priest was always there.
Why don't
Why
we...
do you think it was the priest?
Why don't
It's
we...
possible.
Are we assuming, by the way, that Agnes, who's in the asylum, is the one who made the trade?
I'm guessing it now, but...
Perhaps.
Yeah.
We could ask.
Yeah.
I
can
would
check.
like to visit Agnes.
Perhaps we can
Hold
check
on.
in with
I put
Ino.
the screen over my face because apparently Sarah can read my mind.
Perhaps we could check in with Ino, and maybe she's seen something
You're wearing a mask.
out of the ordinary hear about the castle, and she could let us know, like
That's
perhaps
a smart
someone
place
was
to start.
ill and then suddenly they weren't, or
We can check on how the pregnancy was.
or
That's a very
the
good
doctor
idea.
was not going to get his doctorate for some reason, and then suddenly everything was fine, or there was something with the pregnancy and then suddenly it was fine.
So, not that I like. This is one of my favorite parts is watching you guys ping the mystery off each
I don't
other.
want
But
to transcribe everything she did on
it
YouTube.
well, it sounds like you have two paths of investigation. Speaking with I know about stuff going on around the house, and going to see Agnes at the sanatorium.
Like, honestly, I know's only been there since the baby's been born. My assumption, because she's a nanny.
She could also be a midwife, though, in many situations. Or we could check in with, another...
I mean, we could just talk to Agnes and figure that out.
There's got to be butlers and maids.
One of the reasons
and,
that I want to visit Agnes is because she is in an asylum for possibly meeting with a Vaesen, I assume. A troll.
Well, because she tried to kill her child.
Yeah, like,
True, but my point is that I also have been in an asylum because of my brother.
That's right.
So I'm thinking that maybe I can connect with her that way and get more information.
yeah, but then Bjorn, everybody's effing everybody else, Franz here over here, is going to be like,
Franz
"Oh,
von
you're the
Orgy
father."
over here is gonna...
I think that's a good idea because, especially, she's the one that noticed it and has been trying to take care of it. So
Yeah.
she obviously knows something is weird and wrong. So she could have that info.
I could also smell her to see if she smells like trolls.
Is it utterly wrong to split the party at this point to cover more ground?
I think we all agree it's never wrong to split the party, ever.
I think right now it would be fine.
Right, because we're really not getting into Act 3.
Are we?
It's still
Hey, check
a few
the timer.
minutes into the episode.
I mean, like,
Sun's going down, big guy.
Wish my agility was higher.
Anytime you walk past like a thing of bacon, you get a little nauseous. Like you get like a phantom pain in your elbow. Like it only hurts when I eat bacon.
I'd like a BLT, but without the B, please.
Like
the bee was an a-hole to me, okay?
Mutton's nice and
lean.
Okay. So, who wants to question I know, and who wants to go to the asylum?
I will stay in the castle to question.
Asylum.
oh, are they going to try to put me in the asylum?
Not unless you like
Like a wall.
jack up a orderly or something.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't
Yeah.
be weird.
Just don't be weird.
God,
won't be
you are
weird.
the
It
most
won't be weird.
insightful person at this table,
That'd be
Ethan.
weird.
How do we
I would like it on record that
Fuck
Ethan's
you.
my favorite cast member of the show.
I feel like the Ethan and Tony bond is very strong. It's like romancing the game versus the other two. Of this episode.
If it were a battle, that is how it would go.
I mean, like, for sure.
No, yeah.
I mean, I'd just stand back and be afraid of Tawny.
Okay, so get her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you drink out of your tall boy?
I
So-
will stay back.
So the two of them are staying back. You're going to the asylum.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the asylum.
Then I'm going to the asylum.
All right, so
My
it's the Tony,
assumption,
Jordan,
my
and
assumption.
Sarah show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because if it's the two of you, you're all going to that.
No, yeah, it's
right
a bad
to join
idea.
Team
No.
Failure.
Me and Jordan
No,
show.
the idea was to go with Svetlana because of what you revealed to me.
But the
right,
Franz
yeah.
and Stabby
And-
show has been a good time so
Yeah,
far.
it's true.
So.
I'm also more horrified about what they'll get up to
Yeah.
that I have
Yeah.
to explain to my
Put your back to my
compensator.
back.
I feel like if you two went, it'd be successful, but the fact that I'm coming cancels it out.
I mean, it's going to be good.
Oh, I think
No.
you're going to be
We
very
would be
helpful.
awesome.
Mhm.
You're going to be good.
Oh my god. I
See? It'll
think
be good.
My reputation precedes me.
Yo, it's so positive, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
you have the point of common with
you can
Agnes. So
take
we're gonna
damage.
need you.
I can.
Oh my god, let's go.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
So we'll start with the sanatorium first.
Don't be
it's-
weird. Don't be weird.
It's located in the wing of one of the many medicinal bathhouses constructed of wood along the shore. Because you did some reading up on the area, and apparently the mud here is renowned for having sort of medicinal properties.
Oh, this is not the kind of sanatorium I was thinking of.
Well, no, it's still. I mean, it's not great.
Okay.
It's a light green house with beautiful mullioned windows and a glassed-in porch that overlooks the sea. And there are many rooms in the main building, as well as the two wings. The reception desk is run by 2 nurses in white uniform and cap. And then the people in the sanatorium are wearing big fluffy bathrobes. Like, so I think most people have this picture, like, from Call of Cthulhu, these sanatoriums as these broken down terrible things, and yes, they are. But
well, in the U.S., they certainly were.
But this is still when they were new, and rich people were still using them, so they still had a lot of money.
I was about to say, she's rich.
Yeah.
And
her husband actually cares about her.
Right, and there are water pitchers located all around the room, and Chief City Physician Dr. Norman is the one who is in charge of Agnes's case.
Oh yeah, before 1996, no HIPAA. Tell us everything.
Also, this isn't the United States, so
yeah.
I mean,
Also, no HIPAA.
Also, I can't believe I still remember the date.
yeah.
So we cut to the 3 of you in his office, and he says, "Well," he puffs on his pipe because all good doctors smoke.
It's good for your health.
True.
I think I would prefer it if you did not visit the Countess. I do believe that she still suffers from a very frail mental state, and any sort of disturbances or visitations, I think, would ultimately be detrimental to her health.
You know she's a doctor as well, right?
Yes, of course. And I'm sure you are. He's not like. And your what's the word?
Credentials?
That's the word. Thank you, Tony. And your credentials are spectacular. So I assume that you agree with me that the Countess should not be disturbed.
Well, that's a very interesting take on this particular issue, and I can see where you came to that conclusion. However, we're not here insofar as to agitate her whatsoever. Mostly we're here just to get a general report. Count Kaiserling is a dear friend of mine. We've worked together for quite a while. He was a student at my own lectures when I taught myself, and he was just concerned on her position and wanted to have a bit more information for some potential issues he may be having with the local clergy.
These type of things just really need a woman's touch.
And anything that we can do. That's actually a good thing to say to a general misogynistic man.
That was like the least weird thing that Sarah has
actually...
said. If not in this game, then at least this year.
At least today.
Yeah.
At least today. I mean,
Okay,
I left a coyote.
So go ahead and roll manipulation, please. Take a +1 dice because of the assistance from Svetlana.
Not being weird.
Yeah, make sure to give her one of your dice so she knows which one to blame.
Here you go.
I like that. I like that as a plan.
Yeah.
I
It causes way more fistfights during the act breaks. It's great.
This is not my wheelhouse.
Really, if you wanted manipulation, I'm your girl.
Yeah. Because I...
Well, but I don't think you're going to let her do the talking.
Okay.
Like, I know you...
I know. It's just, I'm used to going towards my strengths.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
2? Oh,
No,
0?
There's 0. This was...
Oh.
Push it.
You can push.
Push it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm getting worried
For her safety.
for her safety, so I'm gonna add
Yeah,
in frightened.
sketchy as hell.
Yo, be nice
Sketchy
to her.
doctor.
Do I roll one less die this time, or is that next
No.
time?
No, it's until after. Because didn't you have a thing from before?
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been down 1 from before.
Oh, that's right.
So pull 1 die now, and then 2 dice after.
Later. That's great. I'm just gonna put that guy right there. Don't fuck up.
Don't be weird.
Okay, I got one. Thank
Okay.
you. And that was Sarah's die.
I win. I mean, she wins.
My good die or not?
Oh, it's the Vaesen die that got you too.
It's
Yeah.
a cooperative game, so we all win.
I like it.
Yes.
Dr. Norman puffs on his pipe thoughtfully for another few what seems like minutes,
Mhm.
and then
I give him my nicest.
and
smile.
then he says, "Your friend is right, Doctor. I'm perhaps some time with some other females would help her mental status."
Thank you. You're so understanding.
I'm not.
And
You're just
Don't be weird.
You carry my
Can't go out
bags.
alone.
yeah.
Oh my god.
We have to have chaperones because we're
Are you
women.
guys trying to make me gag?
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to toe this party line, but I'm getting... It's rough. It's a tough time.
It's like we're in
this
Texas.
is the challenge of playing
Ah.
playing historical games. Sometimes is
Okay.
even when you're trying to be egalitarian, you still have to brush up against ugly parts of history.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is
a woman doctor. I already fought through this bullshit.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
like I would never be like, well, there's no way that you could play it. No, there's so many stories of this is the one person who did do that. So fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yep.
Norman calls in some orderlies, and they lead you to Agnes's room, which is very quiet and very bare. And Agnes stands. The lock opens, and Agnes is standing by the window, very pale, with her long dark hair starting out nice, and then tangling and twisting as it hits her shoulders. And you can see that even though she's wearing the fluffy bathrobe, that it definitely is caked with mud on the sleeves and the bottom edge.
Doctor, do you have a brush in your pack?
I do.
I'm gonna brush her damn hair out.
She backs away from you as you walk in.
No, I'm just brushing your hair. Your
are
husband
you?
sent us.
My dear, my name is Max Wallander. I was sent here by your husband.
My name is Svetlana.
And you may have heard him mention me. I'm Dr. Aylin Alborn. I taught your husband for a time.
Hugo sent you.
Yes.
Nothing untoward. We're really here just to check on your well-being, that's all.
Who wants to roll manipulation here?
Not me.
I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't
Okay.
scream about
Not me.
that. Okay, so roll it. Go ahead and add dice because of Tony and Jordan helping. Don't forget to subtract any if you have any mental conditions.
10-4. Yeah, I got a 6.
Okay.
You assholes weren't helpful.
Yeah, I know. I knew.
Mine was closer to it than yours, though.
He was a 3.
Yeah, there's a 2.
Well, if Hugo sent you, what musical instrument does he play?
The cantal. Very beautifully.
Which is
All right.
not a bra.
Also, if you heard it, you should be able to tell.
Oh my god.
Like, Ethan is in the lab working on this 24/7, 365. Well, that's correct. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't here, that Dr. Norman didn't bring you in here to
Oh, we don't like him.
Oh dear, I understand.
He thinks I'm mad, and I'm
course
not
he does.
mad. I know what I saw.
What did you see?
Do you mind if she brushes your hair while we talk?
La, 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 la.
So we cut to Svetlana brushing Agnes's long dark hair.
I'll probably like braid it and find a ribbon in my pocket and make it all pretty.
It was such a joy when little Edward was born. I'm so lonely here. Hugo's research requires that he travels all the time. I was looking forward to sharing my everyday life with the baby so that the castle would not feel so empty.
Oh, that's awful.
Do not get me wrong, my husband's work is very important to me as well, but we have not gotten to know many of the other families that are living here. The only person that I know outside of Hugo and our staff is Father Cornelius. I tried to convince Hugo that that child should be baptized immediately after his birth. But he was about to make a breakthrough with his dissertation and wanted to wait until his work was done before arranging the christening.
Mm-hmm.
I implored him.
But we all know how men can be when they're on a mission.
And the baby is defenseless against evil until it is baptized. But Hugo would not budge.
Was there a particular evil you were trying to protect the baby from?
Well, any evil. A mother wants to protect their child from everything, of course.
Yes, but I would like to know exactly what she was worried about.
I don't know. Demons?
When I was a boy, I had a brother. My brother disappeared. I believe it to be the work of a myling, which is a Vaesen. Have you heard that before?
No.
Vaesen are special creatures, and they tend to... Some can be helpful, some can be harmful. I think I believe that you two met one. You see, I've been in a place like this before. Nobody believed me. But I think I believe you.
All three of us believe you.
Well, I did notice a change in Edward.
Please, tell us everything.
When did it happen?
It was his face. I was putting him in the crib, and his face, his eyes turned dark,
Mm-hmm.
and his face was twisted, and I didn't recognize my own child. And I told Hugo about this, but he had just come back from one of his trips to the village, and he wouldn't listen.
He just doesn't understand.
The next night, Edward was in his cradle. He was sitting.
Sitting up.
A 2-week-old sitting upright,
Head held up and everything.
sitting straight up, and the next thing I remember, Ino was yelling at me and pulling me away from the bathtub in the sauna.
Oh no. Agnes, I do have a question for you, and I know it may sound odd. Is there anyone, yourself included, who have maybe made a deal with someone? A sort of trade?
Or maybe there's been a turn of luck recently for somebody that you know. Or something along those lines. And I apologize, we know these questions are odd.
I mean, I'll be honest, I thought I felt lucky after Hugo had finished his dissertation. I thought that he would have more time for me, for Edward. But he was asked to speak at different universities, and he was talking about how his dissertation, they wanted him to tour Europe and do and lecture on it, and that just sounded exhausting.
Did he ever make any wishes about it?
You're not there, hush.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Nothing like that. He didn't rub a magic lamp or anything. He's spent most of his time either writing the paper or playing his cantal.
Shall we tell her?
Oh no. It's just that I was. Rob, do I feel like when I was teaching Hugo that he was a good student?
Did he suddenly become brain guy?
Yeah.
Also, was he terrible on the cantel at that time?
I mean, I don't know why they would musically gift him.
You probably can tell.
You're sleeping on the couch.
Why am I between the pair of y'all right now?
I feel like you need to like overdub Ethan and just have him be like, and then you dub in your thing. We'll fix it in post.
Mostly, I just wonder, was he somebody that I anticipated would write such a brilliant dissertation that they want him to tour across Europe?
He was a good student. He's not unintelligent. Give me a...
Because mostly it's, was he good enough for that, or did she wish so hard that he would come home that that happened?
Give me a vigilance logic roll here.
What happened? That
Oh my
he
God.
wrote a really good paper?
No, she wished that he would come be home more.
Yeah.
This happens, and now he's home.
Oh, I suppose just without her. Right, got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm
I
only
smell the
rolling,
Sheller stepping in.
Yeah, it's like Bedazzled.
I'm only
You get
rolling
your
3
wish,
die
but
for this,
it's not
guys. Only
exactly
3
what you
die.
wanted.
Careful what you wish for.
But Brendan Fraser.
Did you remember to pull 2?
Yep, that's why I only have 3
Brendan
dice right
Fraser
now.
is a treasure.
I'm actually switching these out for these ones. Okay. I'm just gonna put those right here. Okay.
Hey!
A6. It's a good choice. Good choice.
Oh, I love this troll. She's
It's a cute
adorable. I assume it's a she.
Free League, beautiful art every
As
single
always.
time.
Yeah, legit. Don't touch my troll. Okay.
The cantel is new.
The cantel is new.
Like,
So I can tell that.
Oh, Jesus. You
Yeah.
two, Sarah, we're kicking her off the other podcast.
F2 Jordan.
We're kicking her off the other podcast.
She's the one who makes the. Damn it.
Just because she's the logical one doesn't mean we need her.
True. You're out of the club. For now.
Until next recording
the
day.
next episode.
I have a thing, but I don't know if it's a bad time to use it.
No.
Oh, it's never a bad
It's
time.
in the way that you
Ask.
use it.
So
Shit, never
I
mind. Sorry, I
have-
hate clapped it now.
I have elementary. Once per session, I can ask the GM how clues are connected.
Ooh.
Hey, yo, I'm a medium. What?
Should we get the clue that I received and then use elementary, or can we do that simultaneously for?
If everything is as the doctor says, like, the trolls can't the trolls can't trade for just like it's not a wish of like oh I will get money and fortune. It has to be a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like my life lengthened by.
Yeah, and something has been bugging you since you saw Count von Kaiserling playing that instrument, and it finally connected. It had 9 strings on it. Most cantel have between 5 to 10.
I was fucking right.
And 9 in particular is an important number to the Vaesen because it reflects the 9 realms.
I fucking said it was the instrument.
I
traded it
apologize,
for
Tawny.
women and rock and roll.
I apologize, Tawny. You were
He went
correct.
to the fucking crossroads and traded his baby for a troll.
That is a demon thing, not
Yeah, I
a
know,
troll
I'm just-
thing.
It's also Robert Johnson.
It also
so
doesn't count unless there's drugs involved.
Yeah.
It's not just Robert Johnson. It's a lot of jazz music.
I know.
Okay.
So
We cut to
us all furious. Oh, we gotta do
Oh,
your
shit.
investigation. I want to talk about it so bad.
so many so many puns.
how are you? So what are you doing back at the castle?
I think we let me discuss with my partner here. I think we should wait until Ino is caring for the child because she'll be slightly distracted and caught up in her other doings. And then when we ask her questions, she has fewer faculties to lie.
But you'll have less hands for me to throw crosses at.
To see it. How about now?
Franz,
How about now? How about now?
I'm gonna put this out here that you could just hand her one when we get in, like you did with Teat. And
Yeah, but he seemed confused by that.
he did, but he accepted it, and it didn't hurt him. It is quite a confusing gesture, though. Maybe you haven't thought this through all the way.
Great idea. I'll give you a cross and you give it to her.
No, I don't think that would be ideal. They already think you're odd. I, on the other hand, am a celebrity, so we can use that.
You can sign it.
No.
Podcast listeners, the eye roll that I just made was so big that I had to share it with you. It hurt my eyes a little bit.
I'm glad I've done that for you. I stretched out your eye muscles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you approach Ino while she's taking care of the baby, and she's got it on her knee, and it's just rocking with it in a chair.
I think immediately I go for complimenting her, just I know you're so attentive to little Edward. It seems like you're a lovely nanny. They must care for you very dearly here.
Were you here before the child and just switched to nannyism?
Oh well, I take care of children throughout the village. I wet nurse for many families, but the
what lovely work you're doing.
the von Kaiserlings are very good and very kind. Well, they were until.
Of course, you know
Mistress,
these things certainly do take a toll on a family. It's lovely that you've stuck around for them.
Thank you. I want to make sure that Edward still grows and develops strong without while his mother is away being sick.
She's trading out all the babies in the entire town for changelings. I've just thought of this just now. Okay.
Do you want that cross now?
But you should have. Okay.
See, this would be a time where Tawny says, "I don't actually say this in front of."
I don't actually say that in front of Ino. I think it very hard at Franz. He didn't get what I'm saying, though.
He's like, cake.
That Good Omen scene. Totally different thing that you thought she was doing.
Perfect. So, Tell me, were you... did the von Kaiserlings obtain your services in advance of the baby, or...
Yes.
Okay. How long would you say you've known the von Kaiserlings?
Well, since I've been working for them, so maybe a year.
How old is that word?
3 months.
Like 3 months.
3 months. Okay, so definitely the whole pregnancy. Ish. Give or take. Awesome.
But they do not spend that much time out of the castle. The Count is working on his writings.
Of course.
Has anything changed in the household during the pregnancy? New staff, new hobbies, new
Relationship moment, perhaps?
Perhaps the father has come to visit more than expected.
Well, Count has learned to the music.
Oh, that was recent? He plays so well.
Yes, he studied the music to help him write his writings.
Oh, of course.
He picked that.
Often
picked it
the
up.
arts do go hand in hand with these types of studies.
Do you remember where he got the instrument and who taught him?
Well, I think he may have gotten the instrument from the village, the Kali village.
Say that again? The what village?
Border collies?
Kali village. They say that the trolls live there.
Do they now? It must be in the hills.
It is by explosion? No, it's not.
Waterfall?
Geyser?
A
Bangkok?
crater?
Yes.
Volcano?
A crater? A crater.
Volcano.
A volcano.
Well, that is that is one thing that they say.
Do you know anybody in town who might be from Volcano Land?
No.
Is it an amusement park?
I know. I must ask. So the other children in town, have their mothers had any similar reactions to dear Agnes?
No.
No? Only Agnes at this point?
Yes.
That's
Do-
good. That's good.
All the babies you wet nurse grow so large?
No.
Only Edward.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong. I think I was wrong. It's all
News
coming-
11, Tawny was wrong.
And if I may not be too share too personal, I think I may have to stop breastfeeding Edward.
Mouth too big?
He takes too much. He takes
he,
too much.
She turns the baby around so you can see and pulls down his bottom lip, and he already has two bottom teeth jutting out.
Teeth on boob. Okay. My goodness, what a swiftly and those are teeth.
What a swiftly teeth.
I'm not a medical professional. Would that be weird?
It's weird. It's a little weird. My goodness, it must be the efficacy.
Just so you know, I would watch Ethan's show. That'd be weird. If we need to do a spin-off show.
Would that be weird?
Caller, you're on the line. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird. Points to Sarah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Don't.
I must say, it must be the efficacy of your care showing through in his swift growth and maturation.
Apparently not, because the other babies didn't.
Give me a manipulation roll.
I
Gustavi and Franz
am allowed to use inspiration
Are they the new
instead
team
of
builder?
manipulation because I'm a
They're
journalist.
doing a good
Okay.
job, though.
So
We were finding
I
all the
am
information.
going to do that. Empathy and inspiration. I'm rolling 9 dice.
Ooh.
I love how you guys have to be on team failure, and I'm just like, woo, failure.
We're more like team death. We just die.
Okay, I'm using 3 of each kind of die.
Well, when we're together, you guys.
Okay.
Not just
Because I'm like, really? We're gonna talk about that?
I got 1 6.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take frightened because teeth on boob.
Well, there's already a character named Teeth.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
I was hoping
Thank you
nobody
for
would
that.
make that damn joke.
Yep.
I was holding off on it.
I mean, I'm proud of your
Yeah.
self-control.
I've gotten another 6.
Okay.
That is a lot of 3s. Why so many 3s? That's
Okay.
5 3s.
Yahtzee?
They add up to 6.
The one is going in jail, though.
It's now a 3.
Ms. Zunhag, can
Yes,
I speak with you privately?
Surely.
I need
Franz,
to-
do you
we need to
mind
speak
fetching us a cup of tea?
Women's things.
Of course, yes.
Oh, yep, I'm out.
I can't even tell you how much I love that excuse. Yeah, we're talking about lady stuff.
It's like you stay there. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I think as soon as he leaves, I send Saga over to like sit next to her to calm her, and I say,
Saga won't go near her.
No,
Is Saga a boy?
no, Saga's a girl dog.
Okay, just making sure.
She's still holding the baby.
She understands what it's like.
Right.
Wait a second.
Does Saga like? Okay, we'll talk about that later. Then that weirds me out, and I don't get too close to her. But I sit down and I say, I know, is something the matter?
I would not tell this to Count because he would put me in the sanatorium as well.
I give you my solemn word that this will stay betwixt us. However,
Edward,
I will give you fair warning that I may let my friends in on this. They are quite knowledgeable in these realms, and they may have more information than I do.
I hope so. I have read your book about trolls,
That's a mistake.
and it is completely off base.
I was so excited for you for like 0.5 seconds, and then that was even better.
So I hope
I hope you know I must take a lot of creative liberties.
I understand.
To
You need to make
truth.
books sexy. Yes.
Yes, sexy is the correct.
Those parts were good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You
The
can't
rest of
even
it was
know.
trash.
There's some research that goes into it, but
No.
But what I am trying to tell you is that I believe Hugo took the baby to Kali village, and this came back with him instead.
was that about the time that he picked up the instrument?
I can't
It
tell.
was. And if you want to get the baby back, you have to make the trade tomorrow. Because it has been 1 year since.
How old is the baby?
3 months.
3 months.
But he made the trade while she was pregnant.
But how
What
did
a douche.
Did he take his wife out there? Okay.
Well, no, he had to wait until the baby was born and then take the baby.
And then
out
made
there.
the trade.
The
He
trade.
made the deal before the baby was born. Once
Yeah.
the baby was born, he
Okay.
traded it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting the timeline fucked. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you
You're
guys
good.
for putting that
I
in
make
there.
deals with trolls all
Words
the
for
time.
And that is where we'll take our second. Be sure to join us next time for the final act of our third Vaesen story.
Where everybody
We'll see you
tells
then.
Bonnie she's wrong.
I told y'all it was the fucking instrument.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.